Wow, we're taking another live look at Newport right now. Take a look at this cruise ship that's behind us. We saw it dock this morning, and then we started really getting into it and going online. We figured out the name and saw all the excursions they have for today. So there's one they can go to an oyster farm and tour the mansion. So nice day for it, but hot.
Newport. Yeah, it's still hot even down to the coastline. Not nearly as hot though, where we have that heat advisory in effect for interior areas. Of course, we've been talking on the show. We hit 90 degrees officially, the first 90-degree day since 384 days ago. So that's August 19th of 2022. So over a year ago, and this ranks as the second latest date that we have hit 90 degrees in Providence. You can see that 2023, September 7th, of course, today. The first one was September 15th, so we weren't too far off from that top spot. Some years actually didn't hit 90 degrees at all. Weather alert, we have the heat advisory in effect, again, for interior sections, for heat indices, or feels like temperatures, between about 95 and 99 degrees, especially this afternoon. Here's that shot in Newport. Blue sky, sunshine. It's still very toasty down at the coastline, but not as bad as interior areas. You can see that here in the temperature map, 87 in Westerly, same deal in Newport, 90 out in New Bedford, but it's 90 in Providence as well. And the feels like temperatures, again, in the 90s all across the board. 93 Westerly is what it feels like 93 in Newport, feels like 95 up in Providence, and feels like 98 in Taunton. Radar is quiet, no rainfall expected. Unfortunately, we could probably use a couple showers to kind of cool things down. Not going to be the case for today. Three key things: that heat advisory inland, high humidity levels, dew points in the 70s. It's that very tropical, humid air. And speaking of the tropics, we are watching Hurricane Lee, a Category 2 storm down in the Atlantic. So here's the wide view, satellite and radar. Cold front off to the west, really not going to bother us just yet. We're looking at clear conditions for today, but it's going to keep us on the hot and muggy side and humid side for today as well. We can time things out for the rest of the day. Sunshine, a few clouds, temperatures well into the 80s and 90s expected, with the feels like temperatures again between about 95 and 99. This is 2 p.m. again, very toasty out there. Even during the evening hours, it's going to be still very warm in the 80s. This is 8 o'clock tonight, and you can see some of the areas seeing those temperatures still in the 80s later on. So again, it's going to be a toasty evening across our area. Even during the overnight hours, temperatures only getting back into the upper 60s to around 70. That's about it by tomorrow morning. Friday, looking at some sunshine, some clouds, overnight fog as well, especially at the coastline as we go into early Friday morning. But notice the afternoon temperatures, 3 o'clock, not nearly as hot. It'll be in the 80s, but not nearly those, low 90s that we've been seeing for this afternoon. So a little bit of a breather from the heat for the end of the work week, but still very warm. And again, the humidity will be on the high side, so it'll feel very warm as well. To recap this afternoon, again, temperatures low 90s, feels like temperatures again between 95 and 99 degrees, staying hot and humid right into the evening hours. Now we turn our attentions to, of course, Hurricane Lee, a Category 2 storm down in the Atlantic. Notice the track here takes it basically north and west, becoming a Category 5 storm with winds of 150 miles per hour, eventually 155 miles per hour as we go forward. So again, looking at this system, it's still a long ways away from us, and we'll be watching that closely as we go forward in time. Spaghetti plots take that system again towards the north and west eventually, but still far too in the future for us to worry about that just yet. 7-day forecast, again, looking at hot conditions for today, temperatures in the 80s on Friday, some showers, cool things down as we head into the end of the weekend and into early next week with that fall feel returning. Of course, get the full updated forecast anytime on our website at WPRI.com.
All right, thanks, Stephen. And stories we're working on coming up all new tonight on 12 News, starting at 4.